What's up, guys? Crunchyroll just released their voting for this past year, and we're going to be looking at all the different categories. Let's go ahead and already get into this. So we've got, anime of the year. Attack on Titan. See, I never saw Attack on Titan, so I definitely won't be voting for that. Cyberpunk, yeah. I didn't see that. Okay, so I saw Lycra's Recoil, obviously. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was really good. I just thought that the ending was a little bit weird, so I didn't really appreciate that. I haven't seen that anime. Spy Family, okay, so it's easily Spy Family or Demon Slayer, and obviously, I didn't absolutely love the part two of Spy Family. I thought it wasn't as good as part one, but I did think that there were some cool parts in there. But yeah, I mean, you can't really get better than the Entertainment District arc. I mean, it was literally just this one huge, amazing fight, and it had the best animation that I've ever seen before. So we're going to go ahead and vote for that. And it says that we can go to the next category, best original anime. So this is gonna be, I'm assuming, what? Not adapted from source material, entirely unique creation. These shows present an impactful and entertaining story that elevates the title to another level. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a lot of these. In fact, the only one I've seen is Lycra's Recoil, so I'm gonna vote for it. Cause yeah, I love Chisato. I thought she was amazing. But you know, it's hard for me because like if I haven't seen an anime, I'm not obviously gonna vote for it. But okay, so best character design. Yeah, I've seen this before. And it's hard. It's like basically what just stands out, what pops out, and what's instantly recognizable. And I think that, you've got really two options because, I thought Uzui might have that category. But Spy Family has so many obviously, great characters. If you just look at sort of yours hairstyle, that's instantly recognizable. And Uzui, yeah, I think he's recognizable, but was there anyone else really in there? I don't think so. And yeah, I mean, my dress up darling was okay, but like you can't really recognize her. I think Spy Family has pretty. I mean, it's a little bit of a it's comedy, so they've got some sort of exaggerated appearances, so it's pretty easy to see those things as hey, look, that's a character that I know instantly just by the outline. Said silhouette, whatever. Best animation, okay. Do we even have to think about this? I mean, yeah, Map is great, but like, and Wit Studio and Cloverworks, that they were good. I thought that they did some incredible things with the second opening and second ending of the show, like the part two opening and ending. But yeah, I just got to go with Demon Slayer. I mean, did you see that fight with Uzui? That was incredible. I mean, that was absolutely insane. I'm trying not to spoil too much just in case you haven't seen it. Great show, Demon Slayer. Obviously, best of the year in my opinion. And it wasn't that I voted that because I thought Spy Family was bad. I just think that Spy Family, like, it had so many episodes where I didn't really think anything special was going on. So it was like a bunch of fluff that had nothing to do with advancing the story. And yeah, I mean it gave us more character development, but it's their character arc is still shallow. You know what I mean? Like they haven't changed much. They're still caricatures. You know what I mean? And I don't like that. some real stuff, like real stuff went down in Demon Slayer. It was crazy, man. But yeah, best new series, instant classics. Um, yeah, I mean, best new series. Uh, I think you got to give that one to Spy Family. It took, you know, basically the entire world by storm. It was crazy. It overloaded the internet in multiple days. Um, okay, so best continuing series. Yeah, I mean One Piece is great. Demon Slayer is great. Kaguya-sama is great, but like honestly, season 3 is the best part of that show. And so if you take out those other shows, then those other seasons, then it's just not really the same. Or like what I'm saying is season 3 is set apart. It's way better than season 1 and 2 combined. And it just fast tracks everything. So like it takes all of the best parts of that show, Kaguya-sama. It's funny. It has, a lot of quirky anime things about it, like, people's appearances growing or shrinking, and like, people acting out their inner thoughts, comedically exaggerated. And that's really what I appreciate about the show. Like, it's a true anime in that aspect. But really, you have to think about what really was the best. Like, do you guys remember that scene when Tanjiro, finally did the Hino Kagura dance in season 1, and now in season 2, where a bunch of other crazy stuff has happened? I'm sorry, but yeah, I mean, okay, One Piece, yeah, maybe for other people, but hey, I'm being a little subjective. I'm not being. This is more of like my thing for voting, my favorite. So I'm gonna vote Demon Slayer. You're gonna see that a lot. Opening sequence. Um, yeah, I mean, I heard that one was like the best ever, but I don't really know the show, so I wouldn't say anything. And like Demon Slayer was okay, but yeah, I think this one was pretty cool. It was cute. Uh, it was part one, I believe. Mixed nuts. Yeah, I like the people that do the music for Spy Family. I think the newest one is called Bump of Chicken or something. And that one was really good, like really, really good. So I'll go ahead and vote that. Best ending sequence. Yeah. Okay. So I thought that they were gonna put like the other one. I checked out this one earlier beforehand, and the comedy one is actually the first, like part one ending. The part two ending and the part two opening for Spy Family, those are easily the best ones. But they chose the worst ones, like, well, worst, like the not as good ones. And I'm like, why would they do that, you know? Um, that's so weird. Like these nominations, I just don't really understand them because like there were other better ending sequences this year. So like I don't know if they have to have certain, animation studios, like they can only pick one and they can only do this. I don't know what their qualifications for the nominations are, so I'm just going to go ahead say, all right, I'm focusing on what's actually important. So I'm going to go, obviously, Yo Fukashina Uta, which is Call of the Night. That's literally the name of the entire anime. And so it's probably the best thing about this show is, the whole entire vibe you get from it. So like if you just appreciate beautiful animation, you appreciate good music, you appreciate just getting into an atmosphere of a show, this is the best one um, for that, because it just it literally blew my mind once I saw it. I was like, these colors, and it turns the night, the city at night into a wonderful, majestic place to be, and it's just great. Like, I love this damn anime. It was really good, and it happened in summer. It came out, premiered in summer, and it was perfect. I always looked forward to watching this when it came out on Thursdays. Yeah, so I'm gonna definitely vote for it, and then because that song is absolutely insane, it rocks. Um, I've listened to the entire full version. It's great. So next category, best score. Um, Vital part of unforgettable anime is the original music. So basically, hey, did you like the score of this? Um, and so I know that they did one great song. I think it's called like Breeze or something. In that episode where Yor is doing that parkour or whatever, I think Crunchyroll said. That's like the title of a clip. It's called Your Parkour. You can look that up. But it was really great and I loved it. But other than that, the score really didn't do it for me. I think that Demon Slayer had the best score, in my opinion. Um, so I'm going to go with that. The best film. Okay, so this is okay. Here we celebrate non-episodic anime with runtimes longer than a standard episode, whether they were released in theaters, on DVD, or online. The best of the best live up to the hype, leaving fans wondering where the time went. Okay, so definitely not Dragon Ball Super. I had an entire video I did about that, so you definitely can look at that, check that out. But I didn't see this movie, didn't see this movie, didn't see that movie, so I've only seen the three movies. And guys, this is so hard because, like, Jujutsu Kaisen Zero was an okay story. It wasn't great. It wasn't fantastic. It wasn't, very memorable. I kind of forgot about the story. But if you really appreciate the animation and like what they did towards the end, that final sequence of events, so I won't spoil it for you, but it was fantastic. And there's this big fighting scene at the end. It goes on for like 30 minutes and it's great. It's awesome. Like, it's spectacular the way that Gojo fights. You get to see him. This is a prequel to the series, and you get to see the character that was briefly mentioned in the anime. Briefly, you get to see him star in this movie. What's his name? Uh, Yuta or something, I think. Something like that. I can't remember his name. Anyways, so you get to see him, and I think that it's like I said, the action is great. The sad thing is, I was halfway through the movie, I was like, this is going really slow. It's not going really anywhere, and it wasn't that great in the middle, but like the end, it was awesome. So that's why I think that One Piece film Red was the best. I mean, this movie was so like the soundtrack was incredible. I loved it. I played it for like an entire, month after. I played the obviously the new Genesis song, the one that starts the movie, or like the one basically that in the very beginning where she performs. That's fantastic. And I just like I totally lost track of time during this movie. I was totally enveloped by this movie. It was probably like one of the best sort of moments of the year, just because it had so many cool like things going on, and I try not to spoil these things for you guys, but and this won't be, but basically, like, you get to see Shanks involved in this movie. So that's why, I know that he hasn't been involved much in the series before. I mean, a little bit, but we really get to see a lot of things about him. And like Uta, the girl who stars in the movie, I mean, she has like this relationship with, or how should I say? No, the voice actress that does her lines and things in the movie. She has a relationship with the character because in the movie, the character Uta, she has the like the things or whatever like starts out on video basically. So they in One Piece, they don't have like cameras, they use these weird like snail things, and like they send these snail messages online or whatever, and she like basically goes viral in the One Piece world. And it's so cool because that's how the girl who actually sings the songs, that's how she came up in the world. That's She became viral. She went viral, I should say. And that was an incredible thing that I really appreciated, that I got to know. It was a little bit of, in-depth detail that I looked up, which was cool. I really appreciated that. So yeah, I'm definitely going to go with this movie just because there are a lot more things about this movie that I appreciate than Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, yeah, great animation for Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, cool fight scene, but like, is one fight scene really gonna just determine the entire like film? I don't think so. And like, there was good fighting in One Piece, but it was just a better story. Like, Oda is a fantastic storyteller, and that's why I like him. Okay, so best anime song, vocalist, okay, instrument, soloist, duo or group, or collaborative recording. Stuck in your head and make you want to sing along. Um, yeah, I mean, okay. No. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I just didn't watch the show, so I can't speak. No, new. Yeah, let's go with New Genesis. I mean, Uta from One Piece Film Run. That is literally the best part of this entire, you know, movie. Is like her singing the songs. Like, that's the appeal of the movie. It's like it's a musical, and it was fantastic. Like, I always, will remember going to that movie and just being like, wow, I want to see that again. Like, I've never went to a movie and said, that was great, I want to see it again. Because like, once you see a movie, or at least for me, once you see a movie, you appreciate it, you like it, but I'm not gonna go and pay like the same amount of money that I just paid, and just to like rewatch it, because I already know what's gonna happen. And I might like watch it online if it comes on subscription service, but in my opinion, there hasn't been another movie like that where I'm just like, I gotta go see that again. And I didn't. Unfortunately, the timing and schedule didn't work out. But I mean, I was playing that entire soundtrack over and over and over again. I wasn't doing that with any other soundtrack to any movie or anything like that, or any of those other on that category. So, best director, yeah, I mean, this one, it basically, making their vision happen, basically, is what it's saying. Um, yeah, I mean, I think that, Licorice Recoil was good. Like I'm saying, Licorice Recoil was great. It was good. Ending, I didn't care for. And it kind of just like went off into a different direction. But yeah, I mean, Demon Slayer was just like cool. Like, the way that the fight scenes were made, and the way that the story kind of unfolded. And like I said, those moments where like it's so much suspense, and like you don't know what's about to happen, and right up until the very end, you are entirely surprised and you're like, wait, no, oh no, and that's impossible. But like, you get up and you almost start to cheer. Like, I wasn't cheering in Spy Family. Like, sorry, I wasn't. Like, it's a nice, like, comfort thing, Spy Family is, but I wasn't actually, like, I was watching with my friend and when we were watching Demon Slayer together, and I literally got up like from the couch, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, no way! What's going on?" So, like, that series, you just have to appreciate it. Sorry. Okay, so uh, yeah, best main character. Okay, so this is really hard because if you look at the description, it says whether hero, anti-hero, or villain, a main character is the face of their series, but it's not just their personalities or characteristics. See, that's important. That make them beloved. It's their well-developed stories and the journeys they take us on that make them worthy. And in my opinion, if you look at, like, okay, no, Marin, sorry, not even close. Uh, yeah, I haven't seen that show. Haven't seen that show. Haven't seen that show. We're down to these three. Obviously, it's not them. Chisato. Okay, see, this is the thing. Chisato is literally amazing. She's incredible. She is the best character in that show as far as, easily she's the best character in that show by far. But as far as, like, in this year, she has the best personality, no doubt about it, obviously. Best personality by far. But if you look back at that description, it says, it's their well-developed stories and the journeys they take us on that make them worth. I mean, yes, it was cool, and I appreciated the original thought, and I think that Chisato is a great character. But in my opinion, I think Lloyd is that entire Spy Family. Like, if he's not there, then, like, the mission that he has to deal with, the all the different hoops that they have him jumping through. I mean, this dude is, disarming bombs. He's all the while he's living a pretend family lifestyle, and he, has to coordinate with all these different things, different people, and he's spying on his own pretend family while he's having to do, other jobs of, like, in the first episode, I think he's, no, yeah, the first episode, well, in the first episode, he's basically like, infiltrating, that woman's life, and, with that other dude, who's I think it's her dad or something. He has to steal from him, and so then he gets to the point where, like, he has to find a kid and a wife within, like, 7 days. I think it's what it is, and it's incredible. Like, there's no one better this year than Lloyd Forger in competency, honestly, because you can't you can't have Spy Family without Lloyd Forger. With Lycoris Recoil, basically, Chisato is just like a special Lycoris agent, right? And so, yeah, she's great and all, but she kind of, like, just impacts people's lives. And she's not really, like, how do I say, like, transcendental, you know what I mean? Like, Lloyd Forger, basically, almost single-handedly, his name is Twilight for a reason. Like, he is the best spy of all time. Basically, like, he's known by everyone, like, by his code name. And he's literally the most, infamous, famous person, in that sort of way. But, like, Chisato, yeah, she is pretty famous and she is pretty well known. And obviously the main villain, main antagonist, he knows her, for a reason. But, like, I think you just have to give it up to Lloyd Forger. I think you do. And that's such a hard decision. Like, Chisato is, like, literally, like, close second is not even, cover it. It doesn't even cover it. It's way closer than that. It's like if Lloyd is, 99% sure, like he's 99% that guy, that main character, best main character. Okay, well, Chizito is 98.9%. That's how I feel about it. Like 0.1% off. Just because Lloyd is a little bit more crucial to the story, you know? I mean, he's single handedly like preventing a war. That's pretty insane, between two powerful nations. And, Chisato, she's just like, you know, helping the city, basically, right? It's like, it's a little bit different, right? Okay, so best supporting character. This category celebrates sidekicks like they were number one. Okay. Yeah, I mean, is it any? Ooh. Okay, hold on, hold up. Okay, no. I mean, I like her, but no. Wit. Okay, I haven't seen those two. Sorry. Oh man, this is close. This is close. Okay, so let me read this description again. Um, Supporting characters come in all shapes and sizes, but the best among them are able to shine as bright as their main character counterparts when called upon. Um, okay, is Anya better than Yor? I mean, I like Yor, but I think that she is basically like, okay, like they were number one. Yeah, I mean, Anya is better. See, okay, if I'm going objective mode, I'm picking Anya. But here's the thing. I honestly think subjectively, like, Uzui was better. Like, okay, yeah, like he was the entire show. Like, he was the one that overshadowed Tanjiro. Like, Tanjiro got like a good scene in this, time, but my boy literally was the one who, who the series followed. He was the main character of that season. It's true, like that arc, I guess you could say, season arc. Well, that arc basically, because it's still part of season two. But yeah, I mean, I honestly think that it was, just as good for Uzui. And Anya, yeah, obviously she shined brighter. Um, but I think I gotta give it up for Uzui. I think I do, because he was like that that guy, you know. Okay, so must protect at all costs. We have Marin, we have Kotaro, we have Komi, you. Um, yeah, I mean, obviously it's Anya, right? That was quick. Um, Best action. Oh man, Demon Slayer, easily. Yeah, I mean, Spy Family had some action, but like not as great as Demon Slayer, you know. What do we have more? Okay, we got five more after this, I think. Best comedy. Yeah, I mean, Spy Family was great, but like, oh wow, oh man, Uncle from Another World is on here. Ooh, Kaguya-sama. Oh man, Isekai Oji-san is so hilarious. I didn't even know it was on here. Honestly, I didn't see that last time I was looking at these. A little bit beforehand. Yeah, Kaguya-sama was great. It's probably one of the best rom-coms out there. But wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Isekai Oji-san, Uncle from Another World. Only reason why I say it like that is because I know that Isekai means from another world. And Oji-san is uncle, and I just think it's fun to say, so that's why I say it. I'm not trying to be pretentious or anything. But yeah, I love this show. It's great. It's like a meta analysis of the isekai genre, and so basically, the uncle is in a coma in the real world, but he's transported, his soul is, to another world that is like, a regular isekai. But he comes back and has all of his powers. So he gets to keep all of his powers in the real world. Um, and so mayhem ensues. Basically, it's this guy right here, Takafumi, I think his name, and Fujimiya. They're that's his nephew, the uncle's nephew, and that is his friend, and they get to watch like all of these characters play out an isekai. And so that's so cool that they kind of like get to commentate on it, and then he brings in other stuff and like magic and stuff into the real world, and he himself becomes a YouTuber, and he's like, "Wow, look at all this cool stuff I can do. I'm gonna get paid to do it." I mean, it's crazy. Like, that's something that we would totally do. Like, would we not, as weebs, do that? Like, if we got transported, we came back, we're like, let's just do a YouTube. Like, that'll be fun. Yeah, I mean, this show is hilarious. I definitely laughed out loud multiple occasions, for sure. And that's hard to do when you're just like sitting alone watching a show to laugh out loud. The best drama. Um, the Human Experience. So I haven't seen that show, haven't seen that show, haven't seen that, haven't seen that, haven't seen that, haven't seen that. So just for, you know, kicks and giggles, I'm gonna do Made in Abyss because I heard it was really good. So yeah, sorry about that. I don't mean to do that basically. Best fantasy. Um, Imagination, creativity, and a bit of magic. Wow, magic, okay. These shows don't just take us to other worlds, they craft deep, original universes of mythical creatures where even the smallest detail is fueled by ideas that previously were unthought. Demon Slayer, Man in the Abyss, Mushoku Tensei, the case study. Okay, no, no. I mean, like, I love Demon Slayer, but, I don't think that it's kind of as, different and well thought out as, like, Overlord. And I have an Overlord video, so if you guys want to go check that out, that'd be great. But yeah, like, I appreciate all that they do in this show, and I never would have thought of any of this stuff. And it's very cool. I'm gonna have to vote for it. Yeah. um, Best romance. New. No, thank you. Haven't seen. Oh, well, okay. I have seen. Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie. I mean, it's boring. It's just so boring. Komi-san is like not interesting. Like, it's just, it seems so like repetitive, um, and like it seems basically like derivative of other shows. So I think that Call of the Night and Kaguya-sama are, you know the two to look at. Call of the Night was great, but the whole point of that show was like the vibe and the atmosphere it gave off. So, in my opinion, I think Kaguya-sama was the better romance because we actually had some actual romance in this show. Like, in a lot of these shows, we don't get an actual, like, we just get interactions and stuff versus like what we get in this season. Oh, it's insane. It was fantastic. Um, Best voice artist. Okay, do we even have to like look at the rest of the categories? I mean the nominations. Like, no, it's obviously Chisato, right? I mean, Chika Anzai. Yeah, I mean, I specifically mentioned her in my um, video about what to watch in the summer, my summer watch list. So yeah, duh. Um, so we have one more category left. Wow. Best voice artist performance in English. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, like, she was good, and uh, didn't see. I mean, yeah, not bad, but like, are we like even gonna really think about it? Like, like your san is not like the best, right? Like yours obviously, um, fantastic, in English because this lady, Natalie Van Sistine, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Um, she was fantastic. Like I absolutely love her and all of the work that she does. Um, and so, yeah, I definitely think that she was the best for the role this year out of those nominations. But I thought that Lloyd was really good. But yeah, I mean it's not even close, right? Like your out of the rest of those options, your was fantastic. You know the way that like she really understands the character and what the character is thinking and saying, and relaying that message to us. Like there are multiple times where your is just like saying all these different things like in her head, and then she also has to do this delivery of when they make a joke about like there's one scene where Lloyd is asking like this prep interview question to Yor and in English, and he says in the English dub, and he asks her, "Hey, what do you think is the best way to like pass?" And what he's saying is like pass as far as passing the exam, the interview, and she's like, "Well, what's normal for passing?" I've seen people pass away from a heart attack and, execution. And it's like, wait, what? No, not that type of pass, and she delivered that line perfectly. I really appreciated that because her joke really landed. It's her job to do that, and she did fantastic. So I really appreciate that for sure. So yeah, I think that is going to be the last one, possibly. Yeah. So look at this. I've got a lot of Demon Slayer here. See, we've got Demon Slayer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Spy Family 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we've got Isekai Oji-san. We've got Lycoris Recall, two of those. We got two One Piece Red. That was a great film. We got Overlord. I do like that show. This season was really good. And then we have Kaguya-sama, great, fantastic show. And then, yeah, other than that, I don't, the categories were, I mean, the nominations were, I don't really understand, them perfectly. But I think that one of the great things about this year was just that you had a lot of different shows and a lot of different I mean they were just countless shows that impacted me, that I made a video about, that I really appreciated, that I thought were innovative, that I thought did some cool stuff like Chris Recall did. And I obviously thought that One Piece Red was really good. Kind of a standout thing. But it was just a long year with so many different anime, so you can't really do much better than that, I think. So I thought 2022 was a really good year, but hey, 2023 or 2023, whatever, basically last year. But I thought that this year, I think that this year is going to be fantastic. It's going to have, One Punch Man season 3, supposedly. We're going to get more Jujutsu Kaisen. We're going to get Demon Slayer season 3. I mean, we are getting an incredible amount of new anime that, is going to blow us away. And yeah, I just if there's anything else, y'all can drop a comment or hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below. Like, subscribe, and yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. This is the Eagle Eyed Samurai signing off.